Welcome here. My name is Dan Doyle, recruiting coach manager here at NCSA. And today I have the pleasure of sitting down with Buena Vista University's head coach, Coach Trevor Johnson. Coach, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so pleasure's all ours. I noticed this offseason, you were named Under Armour 30 under 30 coaches, huge accomplishment and award to be given out. Very, very selective there. And it speaks to kind of your background and track record that you've had as a player and a coach. So, Coach Johnson, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit more with your background and talk about BV a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, starting off with that honor, it was a huge honor. Couldn't be happier to be named to that list. Looking through that, just to be named with some of those guys on there. Just really cool. Really happy to receive that honor. Just finished up my first year here at Buena Vista. Had a very successful first season. Really happy with the track that we're on and the direction we're taking the program. BV, as the history of the program a little bit, it's a very strong basketball school. You go back and you look in the last 20 years, they have 8 conference titles, hosting the first round of the NCAA tournament multiple times. So there's a very strong tradition, and that's something that really attracted me to the job here at BV. It's a place where the expectation is to win and to be competing for conference titles and to be in the mix for, the NCAA tournament at the end of the year. Buena Vista as a school, we're located in Storm Lake, Iowa. It's a town of about, 11, 12,000 people. So there's plenty going on for our students. Sits right on the lake, beautiful campus, beautiful location. Has everything the students could need to, have an awesome college experience and really enjoy, their 4 years here. As a basketball program on the court, we play a very fun style of basketball. I think our guys really enjoy it. Everything we do starts in transition. We're going to get out and we're going to run. We shoot a lot of threes, top 10 in the country, and 3-pointers attempted last year. We're top 20 in scoring. So it's a fast-paced style. Gets a lot of people involved. We're trying to get, very unselfish guys in our program that are willing to share the ball, make the extra pass. By doing that, I think we create a style that, guys enjoy being a part of. As we continue to build, we're excited with the guys we have. I think we brought in a great class. I think the future is very bright here at BV.
Awesome. Yeah, one thing I was going to share here was a picture of your school. Now, right now, this must be a tough place to try and go to work each day. I imagine those trees are starting to turn some color, and this place is just beautiful. This picture probably doesn't do it as much justice, but
right on the water.
Yeah, right on the water, and just a gorgeous campus there. So, and you guys are in the northwest part of Iowa, correct?
Yep, we're located up in the northwest part of Iowa, about an hour east of Sioux City. An hour and a half away from Des Moines. So kind of in the middle of those two. Like the picture shows, the campus is absolutely beautiful. Awesome location. There's a lot going on the lake year round. In the summer, there's a couple of restaurants located on the water. In the winter, they set up almost little villages out there where there's festivals and stuff. So, it's a big asset having that right there, and it's definitely not bad to look at.
Absolutely. No, that is, it's a beautiful campus there. And like I said, probably tough to go to work there each day and not want to just go in the lake or do something on there. So,
It's tempting to sneak out onto the water.
So, tell me about the academic side of BV, and with a potential, student athlete looking at your school, what are some of the academic minimums, you need first and foremost to even start a conversation with them?
Yeah. Minimum wise, we're looking, for guys, have at least an 18. We prefer for the guys to be around a 3.0. That's kind of where we start with things. We're trying to find guys for our program, as a coaching staff, who are going to take care of business in the classroom, because they're student athletes first. We want guys who understand that coming in, especially at the Division III level. We take basketball very seriously here, but we're trying to set our guys up for what comes after basketball, because basketball is going to end for everybody at some point. So we want to find those guys, who have demonstrated in the classroom in high school that they're going to come in and take care of business and, do everything they can to set themselves up.
Awesome. Awesome. What are some of the popular majors there at BV?
I would say the two biggest ones here are business. That's what the majority of our roster is. We have a great business program. Just in the past 2 years, they completely renovated the School of Business here on campus. It's actually located underground, which is very nice. Northwest Iowa in the winters, there's tunnels that connect from the dorms to where a lot of the classrooms are. So the guys don't have to go outside in the winter, which is a nice plus.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we have the new business center. That's where a lot of guys are. And then we also have a very strong science program here, pre-med, getting kids placed into medical school, physical therapy school. That's also a very popular track here on campus.
Okay, real good. Now for your team, do you offer any study halls, or do you guys have an academic advisor that student athletes can go to if they need help?
Yeah, so we do a couple things to make sure our guys are kind of staying on track in the classroom. As a staff, we divide up our roster among our coaches, and we conduct, either weekly or bi-weekly meetings, with our guys to just check in, make sure classes are going well, make sure they're staying on top of their assignments. We also have the Center for Academic Excellence on our campus. Donna Muscle, she runs that center for us. She does a fantastic job setting up our students with tutors, in any subject that they need, working as a go-between for the student athletes and the professors, making sure everybody's on the same page. And say we miss something for a road trip for a game, she's going to help the students work with professors and get that stuff, made up and make sure guys don't fall behind. And we also renovated our library over the summer. So we have a completely new center for all those tutors, a lot of study rooms where guys can go and get that individual attention and, make sure they're getting everything that they need.
Awesome. Now tell me a little bit about your program. You kind of scratched the surface a little bit on the tempo that you play with. I'm sure a lot of potential recruits love to hear, we shoot it, we get out and run, we play a fast-paced game. So tell me about your coaching style, philosophy, on the floor and then also off the floor, what your program's culture is about.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the floor, like I said, everything for us starts in transition. And I think, a lot of coaches say that nowadays because those are kind of the buzzwords. Guys want to play fast, they want to get out and run. But our numbers really back that up. Scoring 86, a little over 86 points a game, we were able to lead our league in scoring. We're top 20 in the country in scoring. The amount of threes we get up, everything we do is based on spacing out on the floor. We actually run the Princeton offense, which you see a lot of in the NBA today, with a lot of the pace and space type of style of play. And in our offense, all 5 of our spots are pretty much interchangeable. We're really looking for, long wings that can get out and run the floor, but we're also looking for bigs that can stretch the floor, face up and knock down threes. And like I said, finding guys that are unselfish, move the ball, share the ball. A lot of what we do is based on passing and cutting. There's not going to be a lot of one-on-one play in what we do. It's using the actions within our offense to take advantage of what the defense gives us and then making that extra pass, making that smart play. By doing that, we were able to finish 10th in the country in assists, just having guys who are willing to share the ball. And that's really important for us. And then defensively, offensively, we like to dictate the tempo, getting up and running. We also, do that with our defense. We'll get up and press. We'll go full court man-to-man. We'll mix in some, 1-2, 1-1 type of stuff, just doing different things, to try and make sure that from our standpoint, we're dictating the way the game is going to be played. That's really big for us. We want to make teams adjust to the way we play.
Okay.
Off the court, the culture, we kind of the same thing as, guys in the classroom. We're looking for guys who are going to take care of their business. They're going to do the right things. They're going to represent the program. They're going to represent their teammates, represent the school well off the court. We also, one of the big things I always tell our guys is, basketball is supposed to be fun. So while we're focused and we're making sure we're doing the right things to get better each and every day, we're still making sure we're having fun. That's why guys play basketball. That's why I got into coaching, because I fell in love with the game. So, we keep things laid back, as much as we can. We're playing music at practice. Guys are able to have a good time. But I think we do a really good job as a staff and making sure while we're having fun, we're still doing the right things to get better.
Awesome. Love to hear that. You're starting your second year here at BV. So what's the goals look like over the next 4 to 5 years for you and the team and the program?
Yeah. The goal for the program over the next 4 or 5 years is to be in that conversation for conference titles and, playing in the NCAA tournament and making runs in the NCAA tournament. Like I mentioned off the top, BV has a very strong tradition here. A lot of conference titles hanging on the banners up in the gym. They've hosted the NCAA tournament first round multiple times, and that's where we want to take this program back to. Going 18-8 in the first season this past year, I think we've set the foundation where it needs to be, and now just looking to continue building upon that. And that's through recruiting, through development. We continue to take small steps forward each and every year until we're competing with the top teams in the league and hopefully top teams in the country.
Yeah. One of the top teams over the last few years is a program you came from, Nebraska Wesleyan. And for those that don't know, Coach Johnson was the assistant coach on the team that won the national championship. And as a Division III player and coach and now observer, watched many of your games, and you guys filled it up, and it was a fun style. So I imagine you're taking a lot of those principles that you had there, and you guys were hot during that tournament. I've never seen a team shoot so many threes and make so many threes in a 6-game span. So getting those types of players in there at BV, you guys will get that thing rocking and rolling, and those goals are definitely accomplishable there for you. I got one picture here that wanted to share with you, with everyone. So this is your gym right here, and there we go. So give you an idea of what that arena looks like there with a packed house. And is this against your rival Simpson?
Yes, that is in conference game. And you see the packed crowd there. That's one of the things that also drew me to the job here at BV is, they have, I talked about all the tradition and winning conference titles and all of that. They consistently draw big crowds here. I mentioned it's a town of about, 11, 12,000 people. They do an amazing job coming out and supporting our guys, and they really follow us. And that's one of the cool things for our guys, being in, a somewhat smaller town is, the people in town know who our guys are, and, they care about the program. They want to see it be successful. So as we started to have some success last year and get the program heading back in the right direction, we really started to see the benefits, and the gym started to really fill up down the stretch. So I'm excited for the future, knowing that we have that crowd support there, and knowing that we're going to have packed gyms like that, night in and night out. It's going to be a lot of fun to be the coach here.
Awesome. Now tell me about the campus life a little bit. What's on-campus housing look like? Do you put most of your freshmen or most of your players, do they room together throughout their 4 years there?
Yep. So our guys actually live on campus here at BV for all 4 years. And they have a couple different options here. The freshman dorms, those are the ones I mentioned earlier that are connected to everything else, on campus, where they can get underground and stay indoors. Our guys are wearing flip-flops and shorts in January, which is fantastic. All of our guys that we brought in this year, they're living with another basketball guy. Just trying to get guys, one, get to know a teammate, but two, finding guys who are on a similar schedule and understand that, when they have workouts, they don't have a roommate who's going to be up till 4 a.m. playing video games, keeping it on. So we try our best to make sure our guys are living with each other as freshmen. Then as sophomores, juniors, seniors, we have, kind of townhouse style suites also on our campus. And we have 3 groups of basketball guys living in those right now. So, pretty typically our basketball guys end up living with other basketball guys. They're going to be on campus. Everything's, going to be relatively close, which we like, and, keeps them involved in the campus community.
Awesome. And then with your student athletes, do many of them have a work-study program or have maybe a part-time job on campus or in the community to, can they balance that while being a student athlete there?
Yes. We have several guys that actually work for the basketball program through their work study. We have a couple guys who are working in the weight room, working at the front desk in the rec center, and a few others just doing various jobs throughout campus. So, guys are going to be, busy with basketball and schoolwork, but there's definitely still time for them to, have that part-time job, make some extra money on the side, and still have all the social aspects of college. So, I think we do a pretty good job balancing that work life, school, basketball, all those things. But it's definitely something that's possible for our guys.
Real good. And so if I'm a prospective student athlete, listen to this and I'm interested in BV, what's the first step in starting to get on your radar and have that conversation go in terms of recruitment? What should a recruit do for you?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing to do, best way to reach out to us is to send us an email. Our whole coaching staff, their emails are listed, on our website, or just contact us through NCSA. We all have active NCSA profiles. So if you send us reach out to us through there. We'll make sure to get back to you. There's also a recruiting questionnaire on our website that allows us to get a little bit more in-depth information about the recruits. So those are a couple ways that just for initial contact, that's a good starting point.
Perfect. What are some other things, last few things that you'd want to tell a recruit, about BV that maybe you haven't mentioned today?
Yeah. BV, I've been familiar with BV, dating back to my high school days. I was actually recruited to play here. It's an unbelievable campus, unbelievable support system that we have here for athletics. Including the town, the amount of support we get, it's a great place to come and have 4 years. We're as a coaching staff, we're going to do everything we can, to develop our guys, give them the best chance to be successful on the court, but also, give them the best experience we can off the court. As a staff, we really try to, plan some trips and give our guys, some things that they're going to remember, 10, 20 years from now when they're talking to their teammates. You're going to remember all those scores and all the wins and losses, but the stuff you talk about is the off the court stuff. So, we try to plan trips to fun places and, give those guys, a lot of memories that they're going to be able to talk to, with the guys down the road.
Awesome. What's an upcoming trip? I know right now timing is a little weird, but what do you got? I know coaches always have, hey, in 2 years, we're going to go here. 3 years, we'll try and go here. What's one that you're looking forward to possibly planning or have on the books?
Well, this year we were supposed to have Portland, Chicago, and St. Louis, but that COVID kind of took those away. But down the road, we have stuff in the works. Go out and play Johns Hopkins, which is a place where I was formerly an assistant. So we'll be out in the Baltimore area, out in the Washington, D.C. area. That's one I'm excited about, personally, because I get to go against my former boss. But also it's going to be, a fun experience for the guys, get to go to the nation's capital and, see Baltimore and, experience a little bit of the East Coast. So that's one we have, coming up here in the future.
Awesome. No, that's exciting stuff there. And Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us. You've recruited a handful of kids off of NCSA, and every time I connect with them and say, hey, how'd that trip to BV go? The first thing they say is the coaching staff is amazing. So we really appreciate you guys just taking the time to show those kids around and make that experience unique and really stand out to them. And I believe you've gotten a few of our kids committed to your school. And so love, whenever someone asks me about BV, it's go take a look, go meet with Coach Johnson. You guys are doing things the right way. No hidden secret why you're one of the top 30 under 30 coaches here in America. And hopefully players continue to see that here through, connecting with you in the recruiting process. Thank you again for your time here, Coach, and let us know if you have any questions down the line.
Yeah, thank you again. I appreciate everything that you guys do to help us out.
Of course. Have a good one.
Yep, you too.